Ja, herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Runde SI Talk Interviews und heute geht es um eine neue Company und zwar Aztec Minerals, also von den Azteken genannt. Sie kennen den Herrn, der neben mir sitzt. Er ist Bradford Cooke, er ist Chairman von dieser Company und nachdem es eine neue Company ist, habe ich, muss ich ehrlich sagen, relativ wenig Ahnung von der Firma, aber er wird uns sicher das erklären, was die macht. Brad, thank you for your time, and I told this in my German introduction. The people know you, but now we talk about a new company. And
Yes.
you're chairman of the company, so you're not running the company, but you're chairman of the company. What the company doing?
Thank you, Joe, for asking. Aztec Minerals was historically a private company involved in the exploration for elephant-sized copper and gold deposits in North America. And I am the chairman, the founder, and significant shareholder of Aztec. We have a great operating team focused on discovery at Aztec Minerals. And because of the state of the market opening up, we had an opportunity to bring the company public, which we did on May 4th of this year through a $4 million IPO with Haywood Securities. So Aztec Minerals, AZT, is now trading on the Venture Exchange since May 4th, and around 40 cents Canadian, plus or minus.
How many shares are outstanding?
There's currently just under 28 million shares issued, so about a $10-11 million market cap.
And 4 million
and
in cash.
4 million of cash.
So what the company doing? Do you have still interest in project there, or what? Or are you really looking for?
First thing always with a new company are the people. And our CEO, Joey Wilkins, had almost 20 years experience with Kennecott, primarily in Mexico, also in the western U.S., and primarily for these big porphyry copper gold deposits. So he's running the ship, and he's focused on discovery. Our first project is a real eye-opener, I think. It was the reason why we decided to go public with Aztec Minerals. The project is called Cervantes. It's in southeastern Sonora. It's on the intersection of the northwest trending porphyry copper belt, and Kennen is a top 5 world-class copper mine in the northern part of that lineament. And it intersects an east-west lineament where there's not one but 2 gold mines operating in Mexico, the Mulatos mine of Alamos and the La India mine of Agnico Eagle, only 30 kilometers away from Cervantes.
Mm-hmm.
So being at the intersection of a northwest copper trend and an east-west gold trend is a very good place to start. We chose Cervantes because there is a known prospect there, a known porphyry prospect. It's primarily gold at surface. The copper seems to be anomalous but not economic at surface. But this is very typical of a porphyry copper project where you get an enriched gold oxide cap, which is the main target at Cervantes, and then underneath it is a much larger copper sulfide body. And the IP geophysical survey that we did has certainly confirmed a large and strong sulfide target below the oxide gold cap. So 2 different targets at Cervantes. Aztec Minerals' short-term outlook in the next year is to finish off our land access, improve the roads. There was some historic work there, so there's already roads to the property. It's only a 4-hour drive, 5-hour drive from Hermosillo in Sonora. We have to get the drill permits in. The rain season comes in June, so we won't drill during the rain season. But starting in September, there'll be an aggressive drilling campaign focused on the gold oxide zone. What's permissible is anywhere from 250,000 ounces to 2.5 million ounces of gold in what is effectively one big altered mountain with anomalous to economic gold grades everywhere.
How deep or how deep goes the oxide, and when you see or when you think the sulfide will starting?
Well, the systematic oxidization is up to 50 meters deep.
Mm-hmm.
The partial oxidation is more than 100 meters deep. The mountain itself is 500 meters high, and almost the entire mountain is this altered mineralized rock.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quartz feldspar porphyry. It's an intrusion. And it's a fascinating project. I think it's got a wonderful opportunity. The gold geochemical survey that we did over the entire mountain averaged 0.44 grams of gold in soils over a 900 meter length by a 600 meter width by a 500 meter height. So it is a big gold target sticking out of the ground, and our first mission, starting in September, is to drill it and develop a resource.
How deep will you go? Then you will go with the drilling?
We think systematically 200 to 250 meters is a good approach for the first pass. It's such a big target, we'll probably use 100 meter spaced holes initially, something like 16 holes, plus or minus, and that should get us to an initial resource estimation in the first quarter of next year. At that time, we'll be in a position to buy out the residual interest. We have a right to 65% of the project, but we also have a right to buy out the 35%. And once we own 100%, then we'll look at testing the deep IP target, the deep sulfide target, which could be the mother porphyry copper that we're looking for. So all in all, a very exciting time for Aztec Minerals, coming public, raising money, focusing on discovery. It'll be a busy year.
Sounds like it's really busy. Thank you for the first introduction. I'm quite sure we will coming back and we have more talk about the company, especially then what's coming up also from the drill results and so on. Then this is the proof of concept.
Well, you know, the stock is trading at 40 cents, and the activities will be preparing for drilling between now and September, and then from September through December will be the main phase 1 drilling program. And again, that should allow us to do a resource estimate in the first quarter of next year.
100 meters is really wide space.
It's a big mountain.
Now, and is it this problem when you come up with a resource calculation that they
at that spacing, it would be considered an inferred resource. All we need to establish is that there's continuity of the mineralization from hole to hole, and we already see that on surface in the surface geochem.
That when you're going further in higher resource calculation, you must get down spacing down to 25 meters or something.
No, for open pit, typically 40-50 meters is the spacing. Yeah.
Okay.
So. But of course, at a 100-meter grid, that's 4 times as many drill holes for 50 meters.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be for next year.
Great. Thank you for this first introduction to the company. Ja, das war die erste Einführung in die Aztec Mining. Die ist seit 4. Mai gelistet, notiert um die 40 Cent. Hat eine Marktkapitalisierung, also 28 Millionen Aktien gibt es draußen, das heißt ungefähr 11-12 Millionen Marktkapitalisierung, 4 Millionen haben sie Cash, weil das haben sie eingenommen beim IPO. Sie haben, also das Wichtigste ist, sagt er natürlich immer das Management-Team, ist ganz klar, das Management-Team muss gut sein, sonst wird jedes Projekt eigentlich früher oder später nichts werden. Er sagt, sie haben ein erstklassiges Management-Team und sie haben ein erstklassiges Projekt auch, wo sie glauben, dass das sehr, sehr gut laufen wird. Sie suchen nach vor allem großen Porphyry-Systemen. Das ist ein Gold-Kupfer-Porphyry-System. Oben ist der oxidierte Teil, wie wir es kennen. Das ist ein Hügel, ein Mountain, der rausschaut. Laut einer IP und so weiter fängt der Porphyry selber, also die Sulfatschicht, die Sulfat ist eigentlich viel, viel tiefer an. Das will sie heuer noch nicht bohren. Sie wollen jetzt nur die Oberfläche einmal bohren, so in 100 Meter Abständen, so 250 Meter tief. Und wenn sie dort das dementsprechend bestätigen können, dann ist die erste Ressourcenschätzung im Jänner, Februar heraus und dann müssen sie es halt enger, maschig bohren, um die Ressourcen nach oben zu treiben. Er sagt, von 250 bis 2,5 Millionen ist dort der größtmöglich, weil es ein riesengroßes Projekt ist. Und nächstes Jahr, wenn es dann 100% der Anteile dieses Projektes gekauft haben, jetzt haben sie 65%, nächstes Jahr haben sie das Recht auf 100% aufzustocken, dann wollen sie die tiefen Porphyry-Targets erkunden und da muss man halt dann ein bisschen anders bohren, beziehungsweise tiefer bohren. Schaut interessant aus von der Marktbewertung her, ist es okay, ist es nicht überbewertet, also interessante Sache und ja, nehmen Sie es auf die Watchlist raus und dann schauen wir mal, was dementsprechend rauskommt. Nachdem ich sowieso da bin, um Interviews mit ihm zu machen, werden wir das in Zukunft einfach mitmachen. das war es von Aztec Mining. Bradford Cooke, Chairman von Aztec Mining im Mai 2017, Vancouver. Tschüss und Baba. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.